Guys, before we start today's video, I want to give a huge shout out to Good Morning Britain. Why? Because they're illuminating a problem that not a lot of places are talking about. The problem that they are highlighting? Babies. Yes, look at this. Is your baby a bigot? Nobody's talking about these hateful babies. These little 4-month-olds, 6-month-olds. They could be bigots, and you don't even know it. So, Good Morning Britain, thank you for highlighting this. Now, millions of people are auditing their babies, making sure they're not bigots, and this is what we need more of in the world. Thank you. Oregon governor signs bill removing reading, writing, and math requirements for high school kids to help students of color. Look at that. The governor of Oregon, the gift that keeps on giving. And you know what? Instead of teaching kids how to read, write, and do math, just cancel it, all right? Because it's racist, obviously. From USA Today, is math racist? As many students of color struggle with the subject, schools are altering instruction, sometimes amid intense debate. Recommendations to make math more inclusive have caused a rift in the world of math education. Opponents of the changes say the movement dumbs down the subject, but advocates say the subject's teaching is full of inequity. 2 + 2 = 4 is problematic, all right? The rules, which have nothing to do with what someone looks like or where they came from, those are problematic. They're racist, okay? Obviously, 2 + 2 = 4 is racist. Cancel it. USA Today, this was on Twitter. That's another thing I want to highlight here. This is all mainstream stuff here. This is where we are in wokeness. It's time to stop demonizing invasive species. Climate change is forcing some animals to move. Don't call them invasives. Zebra mussels. Any of you know what zebra mussels are? Don't call them invasive. I know they're ruining your lakes. They're ruining the fish life in those lakes. Don't use invasive. Okay, that offends them. That offends them.
007 could be non-binary. Bond could, in future, be someone who considers themselves neither male or female.
All right, I'm not cringing. I'm not cringing here, guys. Don't cancel me. I just want to ask, why don't you just create a new character in a new movie series instead of changing the one that has existed for decades already? And if people really want this, then they'll go watch your new show, right? The ratings on these new shows aren't doing very well, but you should do that instead of changing everything that has existed already. I'm not a girl and I have no gender, but I'm an indigenous woman. I hope that makes sense. No, it doesn't. What the hell? That doesn't even make sense at all. What are you talking about? From UN Women. Let's eliminate gender roles from the start. Toys have no gender. But you have women in your name. Why not start with eliminating gender by renaming yourself? Oh man, the irony. What the hell, dude? Lack of self-awareness. It's everywhere. It's everywhere in these examples. No laughing matter. Why it's time to cancel Facebook's haha reaction. First, YouTube gets rid of the dislike button, and now Facebook's trying to get rid of the haha, which is kind of a dislike in some ways. It's pretty easy to tell if the ha-has are laughing at the post or not. So this is a great idea, guys. Great idea, obviously. Why are men still explaining things to women? Mansplaining illuminates a much deeper problem than the bore of patronizing monologues. Stop explaining anything to women, fellas. Stop it. I apologize to the world for wanting clean pores. Twitter users face angry backlash after claiming charcoal face masks are racist. Charcoal face masks. What? Difference between yams and sweet potatoes is structural racism. Potatoes. I knew it. I this whole time. I grew up this whole time knowing that potatoes are racist. A student at the University of California, Los Angeles, suggested that hand soap dispensers are a form of systemic racism. I'm not too sure how. But everything, I know that everything is racist, so whatever we gotta do, let's cancel everything. Cancel the whole country. The hidden bigotry of crosswords. The popular puzzles are largely written and edited by older white men who dictate what makes it into the grid and what is kept out. The Atlantic. Round of applause for that one. This is why bigoted babies, they grow up to be these bigoted a-holes doing crosswords. Any of you crossworders, yeah, you're part of the problem too. Stand up to racism. As she's sitting down. Stand up. Come on. You're racist. Can men get pregnant? Is it possible? Yes, it's possible for men to become pregnant and give birth to children of their own. In fact, it's probably a lot more common than you might think. Thank you, Google. Oh, yes. Thank you for bringing us all back down to earth, making us know the truth, right? Thank you. Self, the future of fitness. Fitness, guys, fitness. Next. Penn's transgender swimmer lost to Yale's transgender swimmer in a hotly contested women's Ivy League 100-meter race. Empowerments of women. You know, remember they stood in the early 1900s picketing for the right to vote, and now we have progressed to this. Records shattering all over the place in the name of women. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Don't you dare criticize anything going on right now. Don't you dare. From the U.S. Army.
Being brave means knowing that when you fail, you don't fail forever. Lana Del Rey.
Oh, dude, that's just... When in battle, when you're out there fighting for America, think of Lana Del Rey, guys. Just epitomizes bravery, strength on the battlefield. Especially, you know, China, Russia. I'm sure they do the same exact thing as this. They quote Lana Del Rey. I know they do. I just know it. Denver Elementary School announces plan to talk to kindergartners about sex and race. Isn't it funny that, you know, a kid will stay a kid and not really care at all about that stuff until it's forced upon them and make them think one way or another, to hate each other and confuse them. It's just, but you guys, that's what you got to do now in 2022. Start that in kindergarten. Hell, start it in preschool. Would it be absurd to say that a big reason I'm distrustful of nuclear power in our current social formation is the way nuclear energy and its support has taken such a masculinized, almost patriarchal form? Yeah, bro, dude. Oh, dude. Freaking I've been saying that for years, dude. Nuclear power is part of the patriarchy, man. Freaking A, man. What a genius tweet, dude. I'm glad you're getting the message out, bro. Woo! UK's biggest cervical cancer charity shuts down disgustingly transphobic lie that only females get cervical cancer. ...2022, guys. 2022. This is... You cringe, you're canceled. You're canceled. Accept it or you're canceled. They're going to shut you down just like they did the cervical cancer charity.
I've talked about the transphobic baby at work before. I went in a room with him today.
Whoa, I'm pausing the clip right there. Let me rewind that. What?
I've talked about the transphobic baby at work before.
Transphobic baby. Okay, let's continue.
I went in a room with him today, and I had my wig on, which I took off now because it's like 9 o'clock at night. He didn't cry. And he was like babbling at me. And I had to look at him and like, do you like me now because we've had a moment? Or do you like me now because I have long hair and look more feminine? Because then you're more transphobic. And then he started to cry, so that was my answer.
I'm just trying to wrap my head around this. I think that's real. I really do. Transphobic baby. China bans effeminate men from TV. That's real. From the Associated Press, China did do that. But hopefully, the Chinese army, hopefully they still let people listen to Lana Del Rey and quote Lana Del Rey in basic training, because obviously that's the way. Science Museum boards up display on early human migration because it is non-inclusive. The hell are you talking about? You mean like early human migration when we lived in tribes and you had people around you that looked like you because that's who you bred with? Like, what the hell? And you're canceling it. This is where we are now. We're canceling those times because they're non-inclusive. So screwed, you guys. Men who don't wear jackets in cold weather do so with the express intent of intimidating women and to make women feel like lesser beings. If you see a man who is not wearing a jacket when you're cold, then call him out. His toxic masculinity and ego violence. Hashtag toxic masculinity. I can't even read that with a straight face anymore. That is... Oh, I hope you have a happy life. I really do. I'm going to go ahead and guess you're single. You have a bunch of cats. And the only thing that matters in your life is your work. But your work revolves around hating men. So don't call your pet a pet. Animal rights chief says term is derogatory. Again, another thing long overdue. I can't believe this hasn't happened, back in like the 1800s. Opinion. Want true equality? California should force parents to give away their children. I wonder why they ran out of U-Hauls in California. People fleeing that absolute dumpster fire. I wonder why. What you are about to see is a Hall of Fame level meltdown. Here's a preview. I'm Tyler Zed. Welcome to Zeducation. From NPR.
Some white people may choose thumbs up yellow because it feels neutral. But some academics argue opting out of thumbs up white signals a lack of awareness about white privilege, akin to society associating whiteness with being raceless.
There you go. If you use the yellow one and you're white, you're bad. You're wrong. Take it from NPR, mainstream news site. You're an idiot. Adele slammed for telling gender-neutral award show she loves being a woman. How dare her? How dare her? Oh, man. Now I'm triggered.
If you're non-binary and you know it, clap your hands. If you're non-binary but you're actually gender fluid but you don't want to explain to people that your pronouns change regularly because your gender is that freaking fluid and you don't really care either way what pronouns people use except for certain days where you feel super masc or super femme or super androgynous. But you also don't want to bother people with having them try to remember what pronouns you are for certain days, and even you don't really know most of the days, so you just sit there like, sure, whatever you want to reference me as. Clap your hands.
It can change? That's a thing? Like it can change from day to day? Get with the times. University of Kansas to offer course on angry white male. This course charts the rise of the angry white male in America and Britain since the 1950s, exploring the deeper sources of this emotional state while evaluating recent manifestations of male anger. Frickin' angry white male! Ugh! Angry white males. You can learn about them in college now. It's crazy, right? This is 2022. Just uniting people, bringing them together. It's amazing. Northwest Missouri State University. To commemorate Women X History Month, Northwest will host a variety of activities throughout the month of March. The theme of this year's celebration is providing healing, promoting hope. Women X History Month. Look at that, guys. It's not even Women's History Month anymore, apparently. Women X. Just another Monday at my job.
My matters. Black lives matter. Tap on page all this. Black lives matter. My
Great time. Have a great time, ma'am.
Black lives matter. My matters.
You make no sense. What is
More
wrong with you?
people don't matter, but her
Nope.
her
Okay, all right. That's totally logical, reasonable behavior. Obviously. If you're uncomfortable with a woman having a penis, maybe you're not mature enough to be dating. I feel really bad for anyone in the dating world right now. Anyone in college, like, this is what you got to deal with. If you are conservative, moderate, apolitical, do not have your political affiliation listed, I am not interested in you. Get away from me. All right, well, fellas, conservatives, apoliticals out there, centrists, libertarians, sucks for you. You can't have this woman. Don't even try. Mount Everest is too white, black climbers claim. Huh. I guess snow is racist? Eating vegan diet promotes white masculinity, sociologist argues. Vegans out there, I knew it. Frickin' vegans. Patriarchy and capitalism destroy women all the time, Lady Gaga tells Jake Gyllenhaal while reflecting on Patrizia Gucci. It ruins us in a way that I think people don't always see. Lady Gaga, capitalism destroyed you. Patriarchy destroyed you. They're just keeping you down. Lady Gaga, one of the biggest stars in the world. Tough luck, Lady Gaga. Sorry. Pregnant man, pregnant person emoji coming to Apple iPhones. Thank you, Apple. Thanks for helping out here. Thanks for doing this for us. Non-binary pride flag women t-shirt. Non-binary pride flag men t-shirt. Wait a minute. I think something's not right here on this listing. What? Public service announcements. If you want to be an annoying activist, and you're going to go out and be obnoxious and wear things like this, people versus fossil fuels. You can do that if you want to. That's the beauty of this country, right? Free speech. You're supposed to be able to do that. But if you are going to be annoying like that, just make sure you're walking the walk. It's not the best place to be wearing a people versus fossil fuels insignia, all right? Come on. Elon Musk's acquisition of Twitter will probably suck for women. You cringe, you lose. This is bad for women. Obviously, the patriarchy, man. Elon Musk is a bad, bad guy.
Well, it looks like Twitter's gone. They accepted the money, and Elon Stalin is taking over. So f you, Twitter, and goodbye forever, you insane Q-like forum. Or soon to be insane like Q-like forum. Peace out. Bye.
I deactivated my account and deleted the app. That's what I think of it. Elon Musk.
Hey, I did a thing today. I deactivated my Twitter account. You can too.
Bye-bye. See you guys. The platform is infinitely better without the wokies on there. But, you guys, they can go build their own platform, right? It's that easy. That's how easy it is. They can build their own platform. Again, this was the meltdown. It was beautiful. It was a beautiful thing. But they're also... This meltdown shows how important Twitter is and how important it has become to the public discussion. So, otherwise they wouldn't be melted down, right? It's not that big of a deal. Anti-oil protester ties himself to goalpost with plastic cable tie. I have no words. The lack of self-awareness. And these protesters, they've been out in full force lately, changing zero people's minds. That's the part that kills me with all these activists, is you're not changing anyone's mind to side with you. Like, you're just an inconvenience and annoying. That's it. And people actually, you probably do more harm to your cause than good. If you're thinking critically here and have some sort of self-awareness, but clearly you don't. From PETA, schools need to teach students to refer to animals as he and she, not it. How do you know, PETA, that those are the animal's pronouns? You don't know that, so you're just going to assume the pronouns. Cancel PETA. Cancel them. He and she? You're ignoring the million other pronouns out there and you just assume that that's there? I just can't. I just can't today. I can't. Botanical sexism could be behind your seasonal allergies. More diversity in city trees would probably be a good thing. Yeah, I didn't know this, but now I know. Trees, plants, they're sexist. They're targeting women. From USA Today, No Dogs Left Behind. Abandoned gay dog gets adopted by gay couple. USA Today, you're doing God's work. Great work. Mainstream media, folks. Why are jokes always at the expense of black women? I don't know how that became that headline. Because that's not... Did you watch the Ricky Gervais monologue? Did you watch that one? Did you watch those jokes and listen to them and see who those were targeting? Try harder, Forbes. Try harder. From Pink News. Caitlyn Jenner launches yet another disgraceful attack on trans athletes without a hint of irony. Caitlyn Jenner. No, I just had the balls to stand up for women and girls in sports. It's kind of funny. From Today. I wanted my son to reject masculine stereotypes. Then, he fell in love with tractors. All my life, I've prided myself on blurring gender lines, but when my young son started to gravitate toward the very things I'd shunned, I wasn't sure what to do. How dare your son? How dare your son be a little boy and like tractors? Oh, doesn't he know? Doesn't he know? The freaking patriarchy. Effing racist with his Confederate flag. Stop. Like half of these have to be fake. There's no way. You people in Norway, you bastards. That's just... Twitter employees preparing for their emergency afternoon meeting about Elon Musk. This is an actual photo of pre-meeting. This is true. iPhone updates add slew of gender-neutral emojis, including pregnant man. Round of applause for that one. That is amazing. Accept it. Accept it. Men making fun of astrology girls or witches for stuff isn't new. It's just repackaged misogyny. No, we make fun of astrology girls because it's stupid. I'm sorry. It is. You're gonna have a good day today. Oh, that pertains to me. No, it pertains to every person on the planet. Come on. Meet these exceptional women of the year. Ministry of Truth, ban them. You're banned. All of you banned. From Oreos. Coming out doesn't happen just once. It's a journey that needs love and courage every step of the way. Share our new film and let someone know you're their lifelong ally. Here's the thing. I don't have a problem with anyone coming out. I don't have a problem with that. I really don't. But why does Oreo cookie have to do that? Why is it everywhere? Why does every corporation feel the need to jam it down people's throats? It doesn't make any sense. Just make good cookies and sell the cookies. That's your job, right?
What do you say a woman is?
I believe that everyone can identify for themselves.
Okay. Do you believe then that men can become pregnant and have abortions?
Yes.
That's where we are. That's in the record. Can you imagine 100 years from now, them looking back at the record? That's real. This happened in Washington, D.C. 18-year-old men then and now. I need feminism because my gender gets way too much credit. Bro, you're friend zoned, okay? Quit pulling this crap. Even if you do this, she's still not gonna like you. Wake up, bro. It's not gonna happen. This is pretty sad, by the way. Very sad. From Everyman Jack, groom with pride. That tweet has since been deleted. Everyman Jack. The corporate pandering, I forgot to mention. We are in corporate pandering month. So we're going to see some more of these fails, I imagine, in today's compilation. This is what happens when the corporate pandering backfires. Perfect example. Nice work, Everyman Jack. Nice work.
Thomas started her senior year on the women's team, But her success in the water was met with outrage leading up to the NCAA championships. Her critics say she jumped in the rankings between the men's and the women's team.
And there are some who look at the data and suggest that you're enjoying a competitive advantage. What do you say to that?
There's a lot of factors that go into a race and how well you do. And the biggest change for me is that I'm happy. And sophomore year, where I had my best times competing with the men, I was miserable. And so having that be lifted is incredibly relieving and allows me to put my all into training, into racing. Trans people don't transition for athletics. We transition.
As long as Leah's happy, guys, right? That's all that matters. As long as Leah's happy. By the way, Leah said it in this interview, competing with the men sophomore year. That was literally like a year and a half, 2 years ago. No competitive advantage. None, guys. Accept it. Accept it, you bigot. I lose. Why can't the name of this Crayola crayon be just called black? What the hell? I didn't appreciate explaining this to my second grader yesterday. I think I will start a petition or buy a no-name brand crayon. From Crayola. We are grateful for the opportunity to respond. Crayola offers multiple languages on some products to help children learn. Negro, pronounced negro, is the appropriate word a Spanish-speaking child would use for the color black. We hope this is helpful. You guys, I've been saying it. And I think we have the AOC clip in here. The Spanish language is problematic, okay? Take it from this outraged person. From Deadspin. White fans were entertained by black athletes a day after a racist killed black people in Buffalo. This is what white supremacy looks like. That's right. If you watch sports and you're white, you're a bad person. If you enjoy sports and you root on the players, you're a really, really, really bad person. Shame on you. Take it from these people here. Joy Behar floats sex strike. This is war. No, fellas. Oh no. We better start getting out there with those signs. This is not good, guys. Joy Behar, just the perfect person to spearhead this movement. What would we do without The View? Comedy gold. We have 1,028 days left. The activists, they're giving us so much entertainment recently. They're going on the tennis courts now. This is a climate activist, by the way. We only have 1,028 days left. Which isn't true. We already passed that point of no return. Remember the deadline that AOC gave us? We're way past it, actually, and we're already screwed. So I don't know where you're getting this 1,028 days, but nice work. Thanks for the entertainment. This is hilarious. Look at you getting carted off here. You didn't do anything. You didn't sway any minds. Zero. You swayed nobody onto your side. You probably made more enemies. That's what I don't understand about these activists.
Well, do you pay your taxes? You pay your taxes? Yeah, we do. Guess what? How does it feel working for me? Because I live on 8.
That was actually pretty funny. Can you imagine being proud of that? Like, there's a difference between, like, actually needing to be on something like that. I mean, there's many people that really, truly can't work and are, injured, stuff like that. But to brag about it, and that's a little bit weird, isn't it? The Whoppers come with either 2 top buns or 2 bottom buns. Time to be proud. Whopper, Burger King doing their best to try to, take advantage of the marketing in June. From the U.S. Marines. Throughout June, the USMC takes pride in recognizing and honoring the contributions of our LGBTQ service members. We remain committed to fostering an environment free from discrimination and defend the values of treating all equally with dignity and respect. With the rainbow bullets. Oh yeah, those rainbow bullets. Careful, all of you in Russia and the Middle East, those rainbow bullets. They're coming for you.
Also, in the spirit of pride, I wanted to have a note on gender inclusivity in Spanish language. People sometimes like to make a lot of drama over the term Latinx, but even before Latinx, people were trying to do this like an at to have the A and the O together. Gender is fluid, language is fluid, and I think people right now are using the E term as gender neutral in order to be as inclusive as possible. Don't have to make drama.
Don't have to make drama, guys. Just accept it. Just change the entire course of the Spanish language because it's bad. It's bigoted. It's wrong. Obviously, everyone knows that. From the Toronto Police Department. News release. Missing woman. Yep. I hope they find this missing woman. Truly. From Screen Rant, Top Gun Maverick does not denounce toxic masculinity. It embraces it. Flash forward, Top Gun Maverick flies past Doctor Strange 2 as highest grossing movie of the year in the US. Amazing movie. Embrace the toxic masculinity. Embrace it. What am I saying? That is a cancelable offense right there. Shame on you. Shame on you. From Star Wars. There are more than 20 million sentient species in the Star Wars galaxy. Don't choose to be a racist. The same Star Wars. Look what they did on the cover of this Star Wars movie. One of the worst Star Wars movies of all time. Can you see it? I'm not even going to say it. This is in America and this is in China. Why'd you do that? Disney? Huh? Star Wars. It's so ironic that you preach this, but you don't act on it. Amazing. From The Telegraph, cancel culture is beneficial for social justice and racial justice. Academics at almost 100 UK universities taking an anti-racism course have been urged to share collective expressions of moral outrage. Exactly, man. That's what we need. We need more outrage. We need more division. That's what we need. That's what this is promoting. Great work, universities. Love it.
Am I the only one that like looks at American flags and I'm just like, ugh. Like someone just came on the beach with American flag chair. And they're giving me very like Trumpy vibes. Anything American flag is like very Trumpy now, and I'm just like I just cannot with any of it.
What about like a Saudi Arabian flag? What do you think about those? That's what I want to know. A lot of those Middle Eastern countries. Qatar. What about those? Celebrate Hershey's. How come you didn't highlight the her and just the she? You know why they didn't do it? Because it says he in the start. That's why. But he is in she too. That's a little bit sexist, a little bit patriarchal. So shame on Hershey's for this.
Reminder, because it seems like everyone needs it. Not just women get abortions. People with uteruses get abortions. Trans people get abortions. Trans men, non-binary people, people of all genders get abortions. Love you.
Huh. What's all this woman talk recently then? Huh? It seems a little bit exclusionary. All this talk recently. Joe Lissette's stand-up joke investigated by police after complaints. Comedian says he was asked to explain context of gag to investigating officers and will keep in his show. The comedian Joe Lissette has said he was investigated by the police after an audience member made a complaint about a joke in one of his shows. What are you doing at a stand-up show if you get so offended, you're such an idiot, that you call the police about a joke? Don't ever go to a stand-up comedy show ever again. You're a miserable person. What a loser. Props to this guy, Joe Lissette, for keeping that joke in his show. Mortal Kombat. Changed their logo. Finish they, them. Hey, no, you can't make those jokes, dude. Wow, unbelievable. Friends creator apologizes with $4 million donation for lack of diversity in show. Wasn't that show like in the early 2000s? You're apologizing for something you made back then? That is idiotic. I'm cringing, I lose, I don't care. Hold on, I want to make sure I say this carefully. Yeah, Anne Frank had white privilege. Let me repeat this line.
Repeat the line.
Yeah, Anne Frank had white privilege. Anne Frank, the girl that hid in an attic, got murdered? That one? Interesting. Whoa. UK climate protesters glue themselves to gallery paintings. No new oil. This is the climate activists. I love them so much. I love them. It's pure entertainment. They're not changing anyone's mind either. When they act stupid like this, chaining themselves to goalposts, gluing their hands to the basketball floors, it doesn't change anyone's mind in favor of them. It doesn't. It actually makes us laugh at them and say, what a bunch of idiots. I don't want to be associated with them. And hurts their cause. It's crazy how they don't see this. Teachers Union considers replacing word mother with birthing parents. Teachers Union. It always comes back to academia. It does. This is where your kids learn it from. Ketanji Brown Jackson is sworn in as the first black Supreme Court justice in U.S. history. Yeah, good morning, America. Do you know American history? Is it time we ditch the word gardening? The term might seem inoffensive, but it's loaded with cultural baggage. Get with the times, guys. Stop using the word gardening, all right? I've been saying this for years. It's about time someone said it.
Let me tell y'all the white supremacy at play that really allows a child to feel so protected and safe that they can do quite remarkable shit like this. Good for him.
Trampolines. Skills on trampolines is a symbol of white supremacy. Obviously. Woke Dance School drops ballet from auditions as it is white and elitist. Northern School of Contemporary Dance reviews ballet art form as part of a diversity drive. There we go. Add this after trampolines. Illinois professor says going maskless indoors, a manifestation of racism, will boot non-compliant students. It's true. Even in 2022, after all we've found out and all we've discovered, which we kind of already knew, a lot of people were saying it, but they were getting banned offline. Even after all of that, this professor, the students taking these classes are paying money to have this jammed down their throat. It's crazy. We can't fight climate change without fighting for gender equity. Thank God. Yep. That's what I've been saying too.
At this point in my life, a pickup truck with an American flag attached to the back, speeding down a street, gives me pause, and I look for safety.
That's one of the dumbest things I've ever heard. You watch too much TV, you're brainwashed.
I was driving around yesterday with my husband and we kept seeing American flags everywhere for 4th of July. And am I the only one that Trump has ruined the flag for? Because now I just see American flags and go, oh yeah, those are probably assholes.
You know, it's just a general observation. Always the purple hair. It's like 99% accurate on dictating how these people think. Crazy. Anti-America, that's what they stand for. That is the new norm. It's very sad. Phenomenally bright teen at Melbourne private school claims she now identifies as a cat as it's revealed why everyone is being supportive. You know, I genuinely thought that these headlines were fake. I thought that, this whole furry thing was not a real thing, but it's real. There are furries at schools. Where are the boundaries? Screw it. There are no boundaries, right? You can do and be whatever you want. Great offices of state set to contain no white men. Ooh. Thank God, because they're the worst. Frick you, man. Frick you. Oh, Drew Barrymore.
You and I both know that you are capable of enjoying the rain and frolicking freely without filming it and then posting it to TikTok. Now, you've just co-signed, okay? You've just co-signed at least 3 million, 8.5 by 11 front and back people who just go out of their way to disrespect and dismiss the boundaries that Black creators have set. And now you're one of those people. So I guess my question would be, why? Why is it so important to all of you to treat us like we don't matter?
The connection you made from a video dancing in the rain to disrespecting you apparently is absolutely mind-blowing. You have a problem. You seriously have a genuine problem, and I encourage you to seek help. This is insane. I don't know how you made that connection. Disrespect. You have to laugh at it. You have to. You can't take these people seriously. Fetterman opposes voter ID laws because people of color are less likely to have their ID. That's what you think about these groups of people? Isn't that kind of patronizing? A little bit looking down on them, like they need you, John Fetterman, to speak for them? That isn't a problem. Only a few days have passed since Beyonce's newest album, Renaissance, completely changed our lives, but the release wasn't without controversy. The Grammy Award winner is now facing backlash over a lyric that contains an ableist slur. The disabled community called out Beyonce's song Heated, which includes the lyrics, spazzing on that ass. Spaz on that ass. In the US. Spaz is a popular slang meaning go crazy, but the word is an ableist insult in the UK and other countries. Great lyrics, Beyonce. That is just beautiful lyrics. You're a poet. You're a modern day Bob Dylan. Nuclear power is racist, sexist, and ageist. So why do some progressives support it? Here's the question. Is there anything that isn't sexist, racist, misogynist? Is there anything that's not? That's what I want to know. Can we get a list there? Because like the list is endless right now of everything that is. I mean, the sun rising is racist. It is. Good morning. On the plane to New Hampshire, the night of the Iowa caucuses, Warren said, "Everyone comes up to me and says, I would vote for you if you had a penis. I'll take things that didn't happen for 500. That did not happen. That lady is absolutely nuts. There's a reason Mark Cuban's calling you out, Liz. You are everything that's wrong with politics. I said this on the morning show, which you should go watch, by the way, zedmedia.substack.com or Apple or Spotify, Zedcast. I said on there, she's like the old grandma that's trying to keep up with the times. The old grandma that uses Facebook and is updating her status all the time. It's like she has figured out the way to catch headlines in politics now and is just doing a really bad job at it. No one said this. This is a lie. She's making this up. Gender activities push to bar anthropologists from identifying human remains as male or female. Phenomenal. Phenomenal. Mount Rushmore term is offensive and should be retired, ESPN's Jalen Rose says. Speaking of Disney, here's ESPN. ESPN's Jalen Rose, this is what that show has turned into. I haven't been able to watch ESPN for probably 7-8 years because of junk like this. It's not sports anymore. It's become this. So you love to see when their ratings tank and they're losing money because people don't want this. It's a sports channel. Talk about sports. How about that? Demi Lovato admits she is no longer using they, them as her pronouns, revealing she has reverted back to she, her. I'm such a fluid person. You know, Demi, I'm so happy that you have the microphone. I'm so happy you have this spotlight with AOC, Jalen Rose, all of these other fantastic people pushing wokeness. You know, it's great. You guys, stop sharing and talking about peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. And I'm not kidding. Here's why. This person shared, who remembers eating these? And the most important thing here is the response.
To be honest, this is really insensitive. People have peanut allergies and gluten intolerance, and you're out here acting like peanut butter and jelly sandwiches are a universal experience.
I wish that was fake. I think it's real. I really think it's real. Sadly. So You know what? Accept this. Accept this. There are people out there who aren't having these same experiences, and you're acting like they're gonna relate to them miraculously, okay? Quit being a bigot. Yeah, you. The racial inequality of sleep. Black Americans aren't sleeping as well as whites. Here's why that's a public health problem and what can be done to fix it. Been saying this for years. Sleep. Sleep patterns, they're racist. Damn it, I'm so glad this is out there. I'm sick and tired of it. Sleeping. Sleeping. This is where we are.
My husband says he's upset with me because, in his words, sweetie, you need to stop spending so much money on DoorDash. Ordering it 3 times a day is not appropriate, and we need to start living within our means. Honey, it sounds like you have an income problem, not that I have a spending problem. Start earning more money and we won't have these issues. So I took his credit card that we share, and I booked a vacation for my daughter Richard and I. We're staying in a hotel tonight, and I hope he enjoys that I charged $8,000 to his credit card. Make more money, darling.
I hope that's fake. I really do. If it isn't, dude, you messed up big time. You messed up big time. And you're gonna have to cut it in half. You're gonna have to go. You have to leave, dude. There's no choice. You have no choice. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis sending asylum seekers to Martha's Vineyard is like, quote, me taking my trash out and just driving to different areas where I live and just throwing my trash there. A founding member of a foundation which helps refugees says. Quickly after this tweets comparing immigrants to trash, NBC News deleted this tweet. I wonder, NBC News, why did you delete this tweet? Huh? Lizzo on her crossover success. I am not making music for white people. Totally socially acceptable in today's world. You can say that. You can say that. That's true. You can say, I am not making music for white people. This is what Lizzo does, and nobody even bats an eye. That's where we are with things. Air Force Academy diversity training tells cadets to use words that include all genders. Drop mom and dad. Air Force Academy also tells cadets to be color conscious instead of colorblind. I wonder why. There's, this is just a part of the problem, but there's a recruiting problem, big recruiting problem. And this isn't the full reason, but it adds to it. Because I don't want to be in a military like this. Not at all. Would you want to serve in a military like this? If a man leaves after you've cheated, he clearly wasn't a real man. Real men would work through it and help you become a better woman. They accept you with all your flaws. I feel bad for all the men that are going to come across this landmine one day. Yikes. Yeah. Women are happier without children or a spouse, says happiness expert. Behavioral scientist Paul Dolan says traditional markers of success no longer apply. I would, respectfully argue this. Come back when these women are in their 50s and their 60s and they're dying alone. They have nobody but their cats. How happy are they then? Demographics of long-term antidepressants. Older white women account for 58% of adults who have used antidepressants for at least 5 years. Over 50% of liberal white women under 30 have a mental health issue. Are we worried yet? Ooh, I wonder, if the message, never get married, never have kids, is at all detrimental. I just wonder. There is a little correlation there, right? Can we make that correlation? Oh, you know what? Here it is. I know what it is. The 58% of adults who are on the antidepressants are married and have kids. There we go. I knew it. Vasectomy required. After events of 6/24/22, proof of vasectomies will be required before engaging in any sexual relations. That's funny. Again, poor bastard coming across that landmine. That's, oof. Grandpa's first time seeing a furry. Oh, this should be interesting. What the? Wait a minute. Look at his face. He's just disgusted. Okay, that guy, that gal, that girl, the Zim, is on the field with a tail. They're playing what appears to be softball. Did this person lose fantasy football league or something? I don't even care anymore. I don't. It's over. It's over, guys. Maine University in uproar after professor insists there are only 2 sexes. Now, if we ever invent the time machine, I want this article to go back to like the Vietnam time, show all the soldiers there what they're fighting for. You know, this is what they were fighting for. And shame on this teacher, by the way. I have to say that. That's why we do these episodes. Not accepting 2022, not accepting progress. She loses. She cringes, she loses, she gets fired. That's what happens. Hold men accountable. This may be the only solution to the climate catastrophe. It's time for a strike on sex with meat-eating men. I don't think meat-eating men are even going after that demographic of women. I'm being realistic here. I'm being honest. If they're eating meat, I don't believe... I don't think... My point is here, I don't think your sex strike's going to work. You might need a new solution. Fight bigotry. 98% of straight men are unwilling to date trans women because of hatred. This has to change. Is that a real... Is this real? Like, is someone being serious posting this? Now, onto the update about this teacher in Canada. So there was a post on a forum somewhere claiming that this was all a ruse. That this teacher, who used to at least, identified as a male, is doing this to get at the school board, who is defending the prosthetic breasts. We're just going to say that. Because that's what the very large, it's... Here's the post. This dude is gaming the system, and Anon here yesterday was in this dude's class. This teacher was almost fired for toxic masculinity last year, as well as not embracing woke culture. He'd drop red pills to his class, such as how silly gender-neutral bathrooms are. The school board hates him. He's now upping the ante to exploit the very clown world the school and society itself created. His long game is most likely to get fired, and then sue for discrimination. There is no other explanation. No better way to troll clown world than to become an over-the-top caricature of a woman. So, I don't know what's true here. I'm just presenting the information to you. Maybe we will get some truth out of this situation. I don't know. But that being said, at the current situation, if you don't accept Cup Z's in your children's classroom, you're a bigot, you're a bad person. Breaking news. Breaking news right here on Zeducation. This is very, very important, all right? If you like Shark Week, you are problematic and you're a bad person. Shark Week lacks diversity, overrepresents men named Mike, scientists say. It goes on to say, researchers say Discovery's programming overwhelmingly featured white men as experts while emphasizing negative messages about sharks. I've been saying this for years. Shark Week has been a problem for a long time. And finally, the wokies have come out and sided with me. Here we go. If you like Shark Week, you're a bad person.
Here we are at the merch thing, and there's an entire closet full of secret closet of #woke t-shirts.
That was at Twitter headquarters after Elon Musk took over. Look at that. #StayWoke. That was Twitter before Elon took over. Thank God he took that over. And there was a response to this video that Elon posted. Please send them to me. We worked hard on that merch, and I'd rather distribute it myself than to know it is in the garbage can. Nah, it's in the garbage can. See ya, bye. And isn't it a little funny that these people are still on Twitter? Isn't that a little bit funny? That's how powerful Twitter is. Body positivity is for women, not lazy white guys with dad bods. Oh my. All right, so it's okay to promote laziness and sloth for one group, but not for the other. It's not for you. Not for you, guys. I don't like either of them, by the way. The whole body positivity thing is one of the silliest movements I've ever seen in my life. It's insane. You guys. I mean, you, they. I mean, she, he, they, them, Zezer. Whoever's watching this. Why are you not using the pronouns, all right? And why are you still eating the cheese? Why cheese is the most sexist thing you can eat. I've been saying this for years, and you guys are out there still doing it. What's wrong with you? Stop having kids. At least, guys, at least their ideas will not live on with their offspring. That is a positive thing, right? But, yeah, no, it's not going to happen. That's really stupid. See Japan. See what's happening in Japan. We are inching closer to that. Population problems. Please add pronouns to your Instagram profile. Thank you for all you do for all.
Oh, I'm sorry about that. They used to be on there. Let me go in and check and see if I can add them. Sorry about that. They used to be there. I guess they fell off, but I'll put them on right now.
Thank you, AOC. You're not canceled anymore. You are complying. You are. And that's the one thing that I love pointing out in these videos, because I've seen some people say, oh, you just find the crazy people, the fringe people. It's that, no, it's the president and a sitting congresswoman pushing this. So this is not, this is mainstream. This is where we are, just so you know. Air pollution is making women fat. Come on, man. Come the hell on. Working out is deeply fat-phobic. Imagine hating fat people so much that you put an effort into not looking like them. Absolute shame on you if you work out. Another one. I can't tell what's satire and what's real now. I really can't. But this one, it has to be fake. It has to be. Moment transgender singer strips naked live on Channel 4 and plays the keyboard with her penis.
If you're seeing this, you've reached classical music is racist TikTok. The fact that classical music, which is really the music of 18th century Western European cis straight white male composers, is valued as the highest form of art music in America is an example of white supremacy. Those who go to college to study music will spend countless hours studying music theory, Western music history, and more, and most schools only have one class requirement or no class requirements for world music. This means that educators are woefully unprepared to meet the standards of understanding global interdisciplinary and 21st century connections with music. Task forces like this one are arguing that the music major needs to be changed to be more all-encompassing and actively anti-racist. But in the meantime, those who are music educators have to struggle and wrestle with the question, how can I be actively anti-racist in teaching music in a system that values white supremacy? Follow me to find out.
You know, you love the dots that are connected. It's amazing. If you like classical music, if you play classical music, you're racist. Listen to TikTok.
This is my 221st day of publicly transitioning.
God love it.
My point, again, it's mainstream. Now that House of the Dragon is over, I'll say it. Incest fantasies are hot. Cosmopolitan, everyone. There you go. Oh, what the hell? What a world we live in. To understand China, you need to understand whiteness, yet it's missing from the conversation. It has to be fake. It has to be satire. Has to be. I just don't believe it. I don't believe this is real. I don't believe it. Getting mad at your partner because they cheated is kind of polyphobic. That's right. If you don't like cheaters, you're polyphobic and you're canceled. You're against and you have hatred towards polyamorous people. Can't make it up. Dude, what the hell is going on with the furries today? How is this it's so widespread? It's everywhere.
People wonder why we need a union at Starbucks, and I
am literally about to quit. Like, I don't know if I'm gonna do it, but like, I really want to. I almost walked out today, and I'm crying in the back room right now, and I almost cried on the floor. It's just, I'm like a full-time student. I get scheduled for 25 hours a week, and then on weekends they schedule me the entire day, open to close. I'm on the schedule for 8.5 hours.
Time out. 25 hours a week. 25 hours a week. All right, get the hell out of here. Continue.
Both Saturday and Sunday. I'm like 3.5 hours into my shift. There's so many customers, and we have 4 people on the floor all day. Only 5 people were put on the schedule, and somebody had to call out. And there are 4 people running the whole store, and there's so many customers, and there's possibly scheduled 5 people. We need a union because this can't happen. This can't happen. We need fair scheduling. We need managers to hold themselves accountable for helping their workers. They refuse to turn mobile orders on. We need the liberty to be able to do that because there's so many mobile orders and I need to get through all of them, and then people are yelling at me because I don't have their orders ready and I don't know what to do. I can't do it. And a customer was misgendering me today, like really badly. I didn't have their order ready. And so they were just like talking to each other, and they're like, she's clearly incompetent. I have a full mustache and beard. What the I don't get accommodations for being neurodivergent. I don't, like, I can't use, like, people get mad at me for using my sick time. I don't even know what to do anymore. I'm like at my wit's end with this job. I really am.
25 hours a week. Welcome to the real world where most people work 40 hours a week. Get the hell out of here. But here's some advice. Quit. It's that easy. And you know what the good thing is the job market's still pretty good. You can go across the street to Noodles. You can go across the street to Panera. Wherever you're working, you're going to be able to find a job. But this is just the perfect summary, perfect symbol, all-encompassing symbol of Gen Z and millennials. Very, very cringy. And you're allowed to cringe at that because that's just 25 hours a week. I can't, that's, no.